Now starting with a live look at the state capitol tonight, flagged at half-staff for Marysville Officer Osmar Rodarte. His death rocking a small, tight-knit community and beyond. Got a lot to get to tonight at 10. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marley Ginter.
And I'm Tony Lopez. Hope you're well. This shooting happened early this morning while officers tried to serve a search warrant on that suspect. Now, the operation happening on Kestrel Court in Olivehurst, off Arcano Avenue on the south side of the city. We've got team coverage tonight there in Marysville. Madison Keevy spoke with one of Officer Rodarte's friends tonight. She will share those memories in a minute.
But first, we want to go to your reporter covering Yuba County, Kayla Moeller, who's been there since this morning, live from the sheriff's office with the latest on this investigation. Kayla, what are they telling you?
Yeah, Tony and Marley, you guys mentioned flags at half-staff, and that's what all the flags here in Marysville are looking like tonight. You can see this one over my shoulder at the Yuba County Sheriff's Office, where officers and deputies are grieving the loss of the first Marysville PD officer to be killed in the line of duty in more than 100 years.
We have shots fired on Kestrel Court. 2504, roll medical to Kestrel Court. Medically here, we have one officer down.
A community devastated after an exchange of gunfire during a search warrant killed Marysville PD officer Osmar Rodarte.
I don't like to hear stuff like this happen.
Wednesday morning, multiple law enforcement agencies were serving the warrant as part of a transnational drug trafficking bust. But authorities say when they entered the home on Kestrel Court in Olivehurst, the suspect opened fire.
These were major players moving poison through our communities, and we couldn't just sit and watch it happen. We had to do something about it, and it's just tragic.
The district attorney says the suspects in these drug trafficking organizations are moving hundreds of pounds of meth, deadly fentanyl, and heroin through communities. The suspect was pronounced dead on scene, while the officer was rushed to Rideout Hospital, where he unfortunately succumbed to his injuries.
As you all know, this is a sad day in the city of Marysville. We lost an officer today who was near and dear to our hearts. He was a 2-year veteran with our department, also a U.S. Army veteran.
Wednesday's operation was part of a larger multi-year plan. Law enforcement agencies across Yuba, Sutter, Butte, and Tehama counties were conducting 20 search warrants to tackle drug trafficking. Olivehurst's operation taking a turn for the worse.
And I walked into this small room filled with about 15 to 20 Marysville police officers. And I won't mention his name, but a dear friend of mine who's a sergeant on the police force, big, strong man, was on his knee saying a prayer for the departed soul. And it just whacked me.
Dozens of law enforcement officers held a solemn procession through Marysville to honor the fallen officer.
All of us would just ask that you be praying for the officer's family and for his law enforcement community that's also grieving today.
The district attorney says it could be months before they're able to release exact details about what went on inside that house. Another procession will take place tomorrow morning, starting at the Lakeside Chapel here in Marysville. The community is invited and encouraged to attend, line the sidewalks, and show support.